She ran, and they pursued. They caught her. She fought them. They hurt her. She destroyed them. Then she ran again. The pattern had emerged over time. Cassandra Lee couldn't stop moving for more than 2 days, even if she had no obvious pursuers. New waves of gearsmen and worse would emerge over the horizon, and the chase would be on again. But at the same time, she found that there were limits for each group. It didn't seem to be a function of distance, really, for they would chase her for hundreds of miles without tiring. But time. The longer they chased her, the less dogged the pursuit became. The machines would become listless or confused. They still seemed to understand the goal, to retrieve her, dead or alive, but they became distractible. She'd seen a myrmidon fly directly into a tree, a gearsman chase a rabbit and then stand, confused, staring down at the rabbit hole while she watched from a few yards away, apparently safe. The longer they were away from Unity, the weaker the connection was, the more beatable they became. If only Unity itself could forget about her. She knew that she should leave Numeria in its entirety, run all the way back to Alkenstar, maybe, see if Brother Barrick was somehow still alive or if anyone there still remembered her. She could hide behind the Temple of Bry if the goddess would take her back, but if she ran away, if she turned her back on that place, it was only a matter of time before Unity cracked that mountain open like an egg, ascended into the sky, and then there would be nowhere to hide. She was the only one who knew that there would be nowhere in the entire universe left to run. So she had to stay. She had to find a way to fight, or find someone who would ride with her back into the mountain. But the black horses, the bloodgars, the ghost wolves, and the mountain fists, they'd all ignored her pleas. Even when the machines came bearing down on them, when she fought by their sides or led the machines away and protected them, it was never enough. They just wouldn't listen to her. They were too afraid, or they weren't afraid enough. So she kept running, and the things kept chasing her, and the things that were chasing her kept getting bigger and stronger and more inevitable. It had gotten so intense that she couldn't risk drawing the raiding parties close to people any longer. So she'd run out into the Feldales, into a seemingly endless wasteland. That had been a mistake. The freedom of wide open spaces had emboldened Unity, and it had sent enormous machines, annihilators that stood as tall as buildings, with a reclamation robot to lead them, to repair them whenever she did damage, keep them coming no matter what. She couldn't fight annihilators. She could hide in a little cave and pray, and hide a copy of everything that she knew and everything she'd found in a niche in the rocks, and hope the robots wouldn't see it when they finally killed her. So that was what she did. She stashed the neurocam, and she stashed the compact AI core with a copy of all of her memories on it in deep cave networks as far into the valley as she could go, where perhaps someone would find them after she was gone. And then she found a different cave complex and holed up there for a last stand. She hoped that maybe she could wait out the giant scorpion-like monsters, let them be stymied by the small stone opening, get themselves nice and confused and wander off, leaving her alone with the reclamation robot. She could take one robot apart, break its processor maybe, or destroy its arms or legs. Even if it could repair itself, it would give her time to start running again. Maybe she could waste enough of Unity's resources to make a dent, to make it matter. Maybe someday she could find an ally out there and find a way to make a stand against the demigod together. Maybe someone would find her hidden cache and move against the machine on their own. As long as she kept running, she had a chance. This is Pod Against the Machine.
Pod Against the Machine.
back to Pot Against the Machine, the only Pathfinder actual play with a top-of-the-line tentacle-based garbage disposal. I'm your host, and here's everybody.
Hello.
And someday I'll clap my nose. No
Hello.
explanation.
I didn't order one of those tentacle-based
Got it.
situations.
Okay.
Yep.
Like a nose? Oh, got it. Yeah.
A tentacle
It's
nose.
like, that's an elephant.
That's true.
Tentacle nose, like Bill Nye the actor guy's tentacle nose.
Bill Nye the actor.
That was
guy.
him, right? In Pirates of the Caribbean, that was Bill Nye.
I don't know.
I think we're Bill Nighy is different from NYE.
Which is just mean.
Yeah, no, but I mean he was the octopus guy, right?
I think
was that
so.
his voice? Okay. No, I'm worried that I'm wrong. No, it's Bill Nye the actor guy. Yeah.
Well, last week on the program, the party sort of realized that the Yathelgad had bailed on them and was not reappearing. So they took a moment to search for him, and when it appeared that it had simply dimension doored out of the room to parts unknown, they took a moment to heal up and realize that Levi, the big goopy snaky boy, was dead, chainsawed beyond his, or off this mortal coil. And then they, despite being very, very low on resources and horribly diseased and, pretty beat up, thought that they had to chase down this horrible guy if possible. So they ran back through the entire Dominion hive, going through every room searching for this thing, and he was nowhere to be found. But there was a door they hadn't opened before, back over at the Yugathakra generator area. So they figured he'd probably be in there, right? They hacked open the door, after which 3 tentacles shot out, grabbed, I believe, Kira, Alwyn, and Brixby?
Tarazi.
Oh, and Tarazi? Oh, yeah, they couldn't see Brixby. He was hiding. They grabbed him. They pulled him into some acid, but the party hacked their way out of that pretty quickly and found a purple rock, but they didn't have time to look at the purple rock because they were hunting horrible space monsters. So they ran back through all the way to the entrance. Still no sign of the horrible boss friend. They knew what they had to do. Go back to that one room with the weird teleporty device in it and the unreadable symbol on the floor. They gathered up a dead Nathalgu and a dead, what's it called? The brain intellect devourer. I remember names. And brought them over, used them to trick the device into thinking they were authorized to use the teleportation circle, and blooped their way into a secret room in the Dominion hive where there was another side of the teleportation device, another unreadable symbol on the floor. There was also the horrible evolved Nathalgu turned Yathelgad hiding behind this weird machine that was made of like dead fossilized Nathalgus all wired together with weird biological architecture, as the Dominion is wont to do, plugged in to, a tablet computer with an android's face on it. The android seemed to be having a pretty bad time, but the instant the party appeared, that tablet was dropped on the floor, the screen probably cracked, and the machine lurched to life as it was a fossil golem, and a fight ensued. We've done 2 rounds of that fight. Fossil golem hits pretty hard. The Thalgad is all grabbing diseases and messing with people. And that's where we are now. I believe we're at the top of round 3. Brixby just went, if I'm not mistaken.
Think so. I would assume that you wouldn't end it on the beginning of my turn. No, look, I rolled. See those? is a sneak attack against probably the bone machine. So yes, not my turn. I believe it is Alwyn.
All right. Well, Alwyn, who is sometimes known as the Bone Machine, you're up at the top of round 3.
Okay. Alwyn is first off going to use a move action to reach into his handy haversack and pull out a long ash white staff. Then Alwyn will activate his prayer beads to cast a 1-a-day cure serious wounds that he can do from that using the prayer beads level, which is cast level 4. So I'm going to roll a 3d8 plus 4. That is 14 points of healing to Kira, and that will be his turn.
Thank you.
All right, which brings us back up to Kira.
Kira's, within 5 feet of this thing, so she's just gonna hit it a bunch of times. She really wants to go after the smell bad, but it's this bone thing is in her way. So let's knock that out. I'm gonna hit it 4 times. Natural 19 on the first roll.
That sounds like a critical threat.
Let's see if it confirms. Does a 36 confirm?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So 1 hit. That's a crit. Or 34 on the second.
That is also a hit.
Yikes. 17 on the third one.
That won't do it.
And 25 on the fourth one.
That won't either.
Okay, so 1 hit, 1 crit. We'll call it 3 hits. Roll. I forgot how many d6. 12? 12. 12d6 plus 26 times 3 is 75, 78. Jeff is nodding, so I know that's correct. 123 damage.
Well, it doesn't all go through, but that is enough to kill Stonebone Jones. Crumples to the ground in a pile of hollowed out stone Nathalgu carcasses. Just totally chainsawed and crunched.
Crunched. And as Kira attacks it, she's just growling, "Get out of my way!" And that's her turn.
Well, it doesn't appreciate that. Well, it doesn't appreciate anything on account of being dead.
It can't, yeah, it was like, it can't appreciate it.
In its last dying breath, it's just like, rude! But an Aklo.
Fair.
Brings us to the Dweller, which you don't even know that it's called that, so I don't know why I keep saying it. Brixby, Fortitude save.
I mean, I'm definitely going to fail this because this is the difficulty, as everyone knows, of getting con damage. It's like why poison is so bad. Yeah, even with an 11 off the die, that's a 17.
Okay, so... well, you're still stinky, but only 1 more con damage.
Only 1 more.
So, I mean, what's 1 more? That might not have even set you down a modifier.
I'll live forever.
This wonderful alien fella, I think, it lost its melee support. It's going to do what has worked pretty well in the past for the Dominion. And it's just going to drop a confusion that fills the room. So I'm going to need will saves from everybody. Let's start in the north and work our way south. How about Kira?
24?
You're all right with a 24. How about Tarazi?
What if you subtracted 10 from that? Is a 14
Sounds like
pass?
Tarazi is confused.
Bummer.
For the first time ever.
On Alwyn.
Alwyn, with his just terrible, terrible will saves, got a 15.
Alwyn also confused. And how about Brixby?
20.
Brixby is also confused.
Oh,
Very
no.
sick.
So, yeah, Kira's the only one who's not confused, which is cool. That's
And
it's
at
like the
first.
reverse of usual.
Yeah.
We
Woohoo.
swapped it around, and yeah, I think it feels pretty good about where it is now. So we're gonna go to the meticulous Tarazi.
All right, D100. That is a 40. Am I babbling?
That is babbling incoherently.
He does that.
Sounds fun. How about Brixby?
All right, let's see. That looks like an 18, which is axe normally. Okay. Let's see. I am going to pull out some powdered peas in an animal hoof, and I'm going to cast right here an acid fog. That absolutely, so that's a solid fog. Remember that the team still has Ashen Path. So
How big is this fog?
it's a 20-foot radius starting from this square.
So, like this guy?
Basically like there. Yeah, perfect. And then Brix is going to, I guess, move to here, which is a 5-foot step away from his mostly confused companions. And that's going to be the end of my turn. Sorry, you take 2d6 acid as well.
Is it on your turn or its turn?
It is as soon as, let's see. In addition to slowing them down, each round on your turn, starting when you cast the spell, it deals 2d6 acid damage to each creature and object within it.
Okay. So what's that damage?
That is 6.
All right. Doesn't like it. All right. It's acidic and foggy and Alwyn. Let's get that confusion roll.
Well, speaking of 6, I got a 006 on my thing, which I think is act normally.
I believe you are correct.
Awesome. So please let me have more of this one because it's a very low level, so I don't think I've used them. I am out of that. However, it is only a level 2 spell, which means I can use at the level I'm currently at, I can use a level 3 spell slot. So mark off a touch of idiocy as though I had cast it, and use a level 3 spell slot of my sorcerer side, thanks to my Mystic Theurge thing, in order to cast a Calm Emotions, which will hit, I think that should hit all of us. Actually, where's Brix? Because let me see what the range of this is. So I think it's 30 feet. Oh no, it is huge, actually. It's a 20-foot, 20-foot radius spread, 100 feet distant. So is there somewhere I could drop that would be 20 feet from all of us?
I mean, you don't know exactly where Brixby is, but...
Where Brix is, yeah.
You can guess, because it's not a huge room.
Yeah, I'll kind of guess where he would be and drop it in a way that it would...
There were audible components to that spell.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, from the last time that I saw, like, one of his spells go off, I'll kind of guess he's still around that area. And I think I can drop it in a way so that a 20-foot radius hits him.
Basically, dead center in the room, 20-foot radius fills just about the whole thing.
Yeah, like, I'll drop it, like, right below Cassandra Lee's thing, and that'll hit everybody.
It doesn't quite get the boss.
Yeah, I think he's immune to that kind of stuff anyway, because it's mental. But
it can't be calmed.
But yeah, everybody can make a will save, and if you fail it, you are no longer confused. Though it will drop Kira out of raging if she fails it. But she won't be confused.
Oh, Kira's not confused.
I'm going to willingly fail it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Kira's not confused, yeah.
Brixby can willingly fail, yeah.
Oh, and Brix can willingly fail because he moved, yeah. I forgot Kira actually passed that because everybody else didn't.
What's the DC?
That's what I was about to look at. It is DC 20.
19, baby.
Yes, okay, so Tarazi is no longer confused. Brixby is no longer confused. I can willingly fail it, so I'm no longer confused. I will say until the start of my next turn, because I need to be able to dismiss it, we can't willingly take hostile actions, but if it attacks one of you before then, you can fight back.
Kira still needs to make the save to see if she drops out of rage. And
which one is it? Is it
be
will?
hostile.
It's a will save, yeah.
Yeah, that's I failed that one too.
Okay, so you are out of your rage, unfortunately.
No longer raging. How long was I raging for? How many turns have you been playing? Like 4?
This is round 4, so you've had 3 rounds of rage.
3 rounds of rage. So that's going to be 6 rounds of fatigued.
And what's the restoration get fatigued?
Lesser gets rid of fatigued.
Okay, I can maybe do that next turn then.
Well, maybe heal Brixby first.
You don't know where I am.
GM. I can't see Brixby.
Brixby, cry out in pain. Be just like, I'm sick.
That'll be his whole turn, though.
All right.
Is casting that.
All right. Alwyn's done. Kira, you are very calm and so tired.
I'm so calm and so tired right now. Sam, what's your ruling on being able to charge through a giant bone machine?
I don't.
A giant dead bone machine.
You can't charge because
This
because of
pit
the
is in the
acid
order.
fog, anyways. So
Oh, okay.
And you actually can't attack this turn because you're
Oh,
calm.
yeah,
Oh,
You're too
yeah, I
calm.
can't do anything. Okay, what am I going to do instead?
You just
I
sort of
wasn't
hang
prepared
out.
for this. I'm going to cast a spell because I've got some of those. How about I'm already enlarged? How about mirror image?
That's probably a good one.
I'm going to cast mirror image, Sam. Now, do I
That's
need to do any sort of... I hear you people throw around the word spell resistance all the time.
No, because you're not attacking it.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself, and then I roll a d2
4.
plus 4, so 6, 7 Kira's total.
7 Kiras.
That's my turn. Wait, I can move though, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can I shimmy up to it?
Yeah, you can shimmy.
Okay, let's see how far I need to go. Oh yeah, I can shimmy right in there. I'm gonna shimmy right next. Am I gonna shimmy right next to it? Yeah, I've got mirror image.
It is solid fog.
Oh, that hurts me too.
That will hit you with acid damage on my turn. But the thing is, if I remember, you move at half your normal speed, and you take a -2 penalty to all melee attack and damage rolls when you're in the actual fog itself. It looks bad. It's stinky, it's green, and it's thick.
Yeah, okay. Kira's calm and so doesn't want to go in there. I'll stand outside and wait for my next turn when I'm eventually raging again and don't care. That's my turn. Little Kira's up next to the acid fog cloud. Things are going great.
All right, that brings us to the Thelgad, who is going to make Brixby do a save again.
Already, that's an 8, Sam.
An 8 is not going to do it. That is 1 more con damage.
Alrighty.
Just slowly wearing away at the rat. And then let's see, this guy's in he's in a pickle because he's in like a pickled jar of acid right now. If he comes out, he's going to be closer to the choppy friend, which, is not ideal, I think, for him. But I think that what it's going to do is it's going to take just a cue from Kira's book and it's going to cast a mirror image. So there are 6 of it now.
6 of the green thing?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And that's the end of its turn. Tarazi, you are very calm.
So calm. He is just gonna also walk up to be within a single move of this. I almost called him a swear word. Green feller. For when I am able to be decidedly not calm. So that'll do it. I don't have any neat buffs because I'm already lead bladed.
Alrighty. So Brix can... Oh, sorry, wait. Did you say it was Brix's turn, or should I just jump in?
It is Brix's turn.
All right. So Brixby is going to drop invisibility, his invisible thief, which is a free action to start and stop. Now that he is no longer confused, feels in control of his faculties, he is going to look at the Ethelgad, who, fortuitously, is but 25 feet away. Seeing that acid apparently damages it, he's going to shoot off an acid splash, and he's going to...
Not to rain on your parade, but you are very calm right now.
Oh, God, you rained all over my parade. I was so excited
That parade
to
is
do
so
something.
big.
Oh, my parade is so wet.
What a wet parade.
Just the dampest parade.
No. All right. This is a really good turn. He's just going to move up near his friends, I think. Yeah, he'll just...
At least we're not murdering each other.
right now. We'll see how it goes in a turn or two. But yeah, he'll move up there. He'll... and then I guess he will take out the space drugs as another move action from his handy haversack. And that'll be his turn.
All right, non-violent space drug turn. Alwyn.
Alwyn, as a standard action, is going to dismiss Alm, so we can all attack again. And then as a move action, he is... Actually, you know what? I want to have at least one hand free, so he's not going to do anything as a move action this turn. That will be his turn.
All right. Kira, you're not calm anymore.
Still tired, though.
Oh, yeah, about that acid damage.
11.
Wow. Good roll.
It's dead.
Thank you, Foundry. Yeah, that was it.
That was all it had, and it
Ouch. Okay. Kira is going to move down 5 feet. She still can't attack it, so she's going to move down 5 more feet.
Oh,
Be
she
sad.
can attack it from 5 feet away with she has reach when she's big.
She's so big. Oh, yes. Okay, so we're going to go for a full attack here.
I don't like it.
Da-da-da-da. I love it.
It's -2 to attack and damage while in the fog.
19 plus 13 is 34 on the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. Was there concealment for that thing to target bricks for that stuff it's been doing? Because I think even if you have, like, whatever seeing this thing has, I think that still affects it if it isn't something that specifically...
That ability doesn't say anything about seeing. It just has the any creature within 30 feet, and it has the ability to literally detect diseases.
Okay, so it's not doing it through visual.
Right.
Because I was going to say, because I think like the fog cloud ones even mention like, oh, even if something has true seeing, it still has the mischance from the fog.
I don't know if this guy even has eyes.
Exactly.
TBH. 34 on the first one, which I think is a hit.
Yeah, why don't you do mirror images for that? That's a D6. Say a 6 will hit him.
Forgot about mirror image.
Remember, if it's within 5, it still pops one.
It's 1. So pop.
That was a 1. That's a pop.
Okay. I can still keep trying to hit it though, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you can keep swinging. That's what I was saying. Like, even if you miss within 5, you still break an image.
Ooh, and that's just a 24. Fatigue. So I don't think that
24
hits.
won't even pop.
Yeah. No, worse. 16.
That's a non-pop.
9. Ugh, fatigue. Okay, so I popped 1, and that's it. My full turn, my full rage. No, I'm not raging. I'm fatigued. That's okay.
Too tired to rage. But guess what? It's going to roll to cast...
Is it its turn?
Yeah, it's its turn, and I guess before we get into anything wild, we'll have Brixby do a fortitude save. He is steadily running out of con.
That's a 14.
That is 1 more con damage.
Is Brixby okay? You know what? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Actually, I never skimp on con with my casters, so he's a 14
good.
con character. Halfway there.
Living on a prayer. Yeah, it rolls to cast defensively and successfully casts defensively. This is going to be a spell combat spell strike on Kira. So it is going to lash out with that claw that comes out of its backside because it has an anatomy that is reasonable. That reasonable anatomy, let's see, with the -2, we are looking at a 28 to hit.
Yeah, 28 Oh, man, so close. 28 will hit.
Exactly 20 on the concealment.
Still 7 curious.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true. So we're going to roll a d7.
Wait, 20 fails, right? Or is it because it's 20 and down, right? It's 1 up to 20.
So 20 fails anyways. All right. Well, now it's going to slap you with a tentacle.
That's okay.
Oh, that's a
Seven
natural
of me.
20.
Oh, man.
No.
Now we get the D7.
To confirm, that is a 31.
Yeah.
Concealment, we have a 58.
Okay.
Now we will roll a d7. 7 hits Kira. See what they make that look like. So that pops an image.
Oh, no, you're still rolling. Oh, yes, popping an image. Yes.
And then the last tentacle is going to be a 28 for tentacle.
Okay.
62 on the blur.
Uh-huh.
And a d6, only a 1, so pops a second image.
So good. That was so smart to cast that.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
It was mean to cast it, is what it was, because it really wanted to hit you with that spell, and now it's just holding the spell. It's got blue spell.
Oh, that was two smarts and a mean, so I'm going to take the smart. Thank you.
Wow. That's extra mean to not take my mean, so double mean. Tarazi, you are up.
All right. Tarazi is going to stroll into the acid fog. He does not have reach.
Does a 28 slap Tarazi?
Nope.
All right, well, he doesn't get a slap of opportunity then.
Good. And then I will take my singular strike against my challenged quarry with power attack on.
Don't forget that -2.
They'll just cancel out the favorite enemy. But I only rolled a 2, so that sucks. End of turn.
The good news is, now it's Brixby's turn, and he's going to acid damage 2 of his friends.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes, that is true. I'm sorry for the spicy air, everybody. But I rolled snake eyes for you because my friends are in there. So 2 points of acid damage for everyone. And Brix is gonna delay. I know it's the end of the round and that I'll have to, but I intend to. I'm gonna delay my turn to Alwyn.
All right, Alwyn, you're up, top of round 6.
Right, Alwyn is going to touch Brix and cast Cure Disease,
Yeah.
or Remove Disease rather, which I can never find on here. And that is a level 3 Oracle spell, which I am out of, so I'm going to use a level 4 spell slot, the highest I can use for my cross spell, and use the equivalent of a Bone Shatter to instead cast Remove Disease on Brix.
Oh no,
that
he
is
bone
a
shatters
6.
Bricks.
My bones.
That is a 16 on the die, so that is a with my plus 15, that is a 31 against the DC of the diseases currently affecting him.
Brixby has been destinct.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you so much, Duro.
The party is disease-free.
And then he is going to move up. Let's see, how far can I move? Okay, yeah, I can be there in one turn. I also still have long arm, so he'll actually just move up to be like halfway between you guys, so I can reach either direction and smack you if I need to do stuff. So he has moved up to be kind of in a diagonal line with Kira and Brixby 10 feet away from both of them. And that will be the end of his turn.
Well,
Brix would like to reinsert.
okay. Brixbo.
Brixbo is going to move down near his friend Alwyn. Is that just a 5 foot? No, because that would give me cover even though you're little and I'm little. So he's going to move down right next to his fellow little buddy and give him a heartfelt thank you. I thought I was going to die. And, but instead that's
Glad I could
you.
help.
And he is going to lob an acid splash because you can see it's not a melee attack. It is within 30 feet, so he's going to apply his remaining impromptu sneak attack of the day. So I have to roll to hit first versus your touch. Not great. That's a 19 versus touch.
A 19 will not hit touch AC.
All right. Brix's spell misses, and his last sneak attack fades, because that is not something you can hold. So that is going to be the end of his turn.
I'm just curious. Just don't mind me. If he can't see you through the fog, would it be flat-footed touch?
It
Oh.
would be. What was the total again?
19.
Nah, still doesn't do it.
Oh,
So close.
that is
I
the
just
smart
really want
Jeff.
this thing to die.
But that also does bring up the good point that I can sneak attack it without using the impromptu sneak attack, because it's technically concealed.
So
Yeah.
hidden.
All right. Well, thank you.
I have a rules question. Does that count as the kind of thing that would pop an image?
That would pop an
Because
image.
it would be within 5. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Image
that acid
popped.
splash pops an image.
Team is just advocating for me right now. It's like, I'd like to refer to my counsel.
I think Zach is a nice person. It doesn't have anything to do with the attack, but, advocation. Advocacy is the word.
All right, well, for that advocacy, you get a turn.
Aw. Okay, I'm gonna full attack it again, and hopefully it goes better than last time.
Hopefully it goes worse.
Immediately, no. I think that first one misses. That's a 25.
Yeah, 25 will not do it.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, ho, ho. Let's do the confirm first before...
15.
All right, so just a regular hit,
Okay, I'll take it.
but a D4. 4 will hit the creature.
That's a 1.
Oh, it's down to 2 images.
Okay, 50-50. Maybe this last hit will do something. Nope, 18.
Well, you popped 1 image.
I'll take it.
And that'll
That's my
bring
turn.
us... That'll bring us back up to the creature, who is just really, really sad that he can't grab any diseases right now. He's got 2 targets in front of him, and he still has that spell charge just like hanging out because he hasn't touched anybody yet. We're going to do odds Kira, evens Tarazi. That is a 2, so it's going to try to slap Tarazi with the claw, the butt claw. With the -2, that's another 28, which I believe we've established misses.
That is correct.
All right, how about a tentacle? Even worse. Now it's getting very angry now. The final tentacle is a natural 20.
Dang it.
To confirm, no, only a 28 again, so a regular hit. This
Did we do our 20%?
it does have to do the 20% because of the fog, because Brixby didn't share Ashen Path with the boss,
So inconsiderate.
and it's a 16. Guy is having a time. Yes. He really feels really bad, and he didn't get to do spells on anybody, and everybody's being mean to him, and they killed his robot. And Tarazi's up.
I'm going to full attack. That's what I'm going to do. That is a 37 critical threat.
All right.
I'll roll the confirm, and then I'll do the mirror images. That is only a 28 to confirm because of the mist. So
So it's not a crit,
blah.
but it is
Maybe a hit, though. You said he's got 2 images left, so I'll do a d6. 5 or 6 hits him.
Sounds good to me.
It's a 4.
Okay, he's down to 1 image.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Attack number 2. Thank you. I feel great about it. That is another 37 critical threat. Different
Oh.
die. That's a nat 20 to confirm.
Oh,
Yes.
now
Let's
roll
see
that
if I can
50-50
get the
chance.
image. All right. Another d6. 4, 5, 6 will hit him. 6.
Oh, we got a hit.
We got a crit.
Oh no.
Yes.
And a shield bash.
Smoosh him.
Well, I still have 2 more attacks, so...
No, you forgot those.
Nope.
Nice try.
That was a natural 2. And a natural 3. So yeah, just the 1 crit. Don't worry about those other 2 attacks. That is... 5th... Oh, you know what's so funny? It didn't matter, because I did... wait. Alright, roll back to tape. 17 minutes. No, he's my quarry. I automatically confirm critical hits on my quarry.
Oh.
But I missed on I got the mirror image on the first one, so it would have still been a fail. I just need to remember that because, that's kind of important. Sorry, listeners. Anyway, that is 55 points of damage.
That's so many.
Is it dead?
No.
Then I will attempt to shield bash it. That is a 35.
That'll hit. 50-50
Bash
chance.
it. That.
All right, 4, 5, 6 again. 6 again.
Whoa. It's looking crunchy.
That is 23 points of damage.
How about now?
I'm not going to attempt to bull rush it because that won't help us in any way.
All right, not all of that goes through.
It is. That's true. It's not no qual. It is adamantine and magical.
Oh, so actually, it all does go through.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that hurt it. That hurt it a lot. It's looking rough.
Good.
Alwyn's up, top of round 7.
All right. Alwyn is going to reach out with his long arm and bop Kira with his healing staff, using 3 of the charges from it to cast Lesser Rest, which will cure her fatigue. And does she have damage in any of her stats? Not drain, but damage.
I don't. Let me check. That is
because I can heal a
adjust.
D4 of one of those if you have damage as well with that.
Nope, I'm okay.
Okay, then all it does is remove her fatigue.
Woohoo!
Sadly, Alwyn hits one of the images and the spell's lost. All right. You going anywhere?
Yeah, he's going to move 25 feet to be standing kind of in an L shape between Kira and Tarazi, so he can heal either one of them that needs it. And that'll be his turn.
All right. We're on to Brixby's turn, where he hits all of his friends with acid.
Everybody takes 6 points. Everyone take a big hit of acid. 6 points.
Alwyn takes 1 point of acid damage.
Show offy move.
Yeah, that's kind of why I didn't worry about being in the cloud, because I have resistance.
And Brixby is going to move 10 feet to the south. Say, "You can't see me," and then shoot off another acid splash. Concealed from his foe versus flat-footed touch. That's a natural one. I can't see you either. Bah. So, yeah, I totally with it. And that is going to be the end of Brixby's turn.
All right, the acid disappears into the acid fog. Maybe it finds its acid family. And Kira is up.
All right, Kira's gonna rage because Kira doesn't look so great either. Phew. All right, we're okay. And Kira's back to being mad now that she can see this thing and it's within her purview of sight. Purview of sight is a real phrase. Don't at me. And I'm gonna full attack it. Nope, still not gonna full attack it. Maybe 30.
30 will not do it.
Dang it.
But it does pop the final image.
Excellent. All right, I've got 3 more hits to do something. That's a little better. That is 33.
33 hits.
Just a 24 and a 14. So 1 hit. 1 hit. But that's still 46. 38 points of damage.
38 points of damage.
That doesn't all go through.
Sure don't.
Oh, but I can recover 4 hit points. Yes.
That's big. Those are big 4 hit points.
Woo. That's my turn.
Which brings us to the Yathelgad, who looks just absolutely miserable right now. Just so miserable. And,
You killed my best friend. I'll kill you.
it's going to roll to cast defensively.
It's gonna be amazing if it fails this.
This is close. No, it's fine. It gets the spell off, and I really hate to do this. I feel like a monster doing this, but you have it below its threshold, where it pieces out. In a puff of purple smoke, it's gone.
I mean, we gotta chase it, right?
We're so close. We're so close.
So that brings us to Tarazi. No visible enemies.
Oh, he shrieks in rage. But all he can do right now is get out of the acid cloud because he is quite hurt. I want to get on the pad and chase it, but one good hit from it could take me out.
All right. That brings us to Alwyn.
Alwyn will step back out of the fog cloud, and he is going to touch Tarazi and cast his last level 5 oracle spell to do a breath of life, and that is 5d8 plus 13. That is 41 points of healing to Tarazi.
Oh, thank you.
And then he'll say, "We know from before that it can't go super far with that teleport. I think it's like Brixby's dimension door. Should we go back through the portal and try and see if it's still in the cave somewhere? It looked almost dead."
Which will bring us to Brixby. Acid damage for Kira, still standing in the fog.
Yes. 6 points of damage. I'm sorry. But
It's
Brixby
okay.
is not going to use a standard action to dispel it. He's going to run over to his friends, where he can touch all of them. And he is going to use his final Mage's Lucubration to recall Dimension Door. And we are going to... What say you, gang? Pop down? I was thinking pop down because I feel like Brix knows. He's just going to say go
Yeah.
south. So we're going to go south like 50, 60 feet.
All right.
And yeah, that is his turn.
All right. That drops you all in the Bizarre Dominion cafeteria. For ease of use here, I am going to take us out of initiative. But yeah, you are out of that weird little room to the north. You have left the corpse of the golem and the weird little tablet. And what are we doing?
I think Alwyn would, as we're moving, every 6 seconds, he's going to be using up the last 7 slots in this staff of healing on alternating Kira and Tarazi. So he will be doing that in the background while we make whatever other decision we make.
Let's I say we should cover what we know doesn't have an outlet. I say we go back to the room where we initially fought it. Let's confirm it isn't there, past the reactors, and then we start working our way out. It can't hide forever. It will probably go into the room with one of those stupid, I almost just swore, spiders. But we've got to make sure it's not behind us.
Agreed.
In the interest of expedience, rather than having you all drag your tokens through every room in this dungeon for the second episode in a row, you spend a few minutes basically running from room to room, just checking everywhere in the hive, and it's gone. It's not here.
I hate it.
All right, let's go back to the. I'm gonna grab some corpses since we're there and go back to the teleportation pad and go back into the room because we got to pick up the thing.
Okay, it's a use magic device roll to activate that pad again.
Oh yes, don't you have that in spades because you're a caster? I can't remember if I have more than you.
My UMD is 12. I think you were a little higher than me.
I have a 7. I just rolled, unfortunately, a 4 for a 17.
Yeah, you have 1 above me. So let me roll it too then. That is a 6 on the die for an 18.
So I think it takes a few tries for you to get it activated, maybe with the kind of tension of the moment, some fumbling and some cursing and stuff. But I think I'm not going to make you keep rolling and rolling. It just takes a few tries to teleport your way back through there. The acid is gone, so nobody gets burned when you come back.
Yeah.
I assume it wasn't minutes per level, it was rounds.
Yeah, acid fog is rounds per level.
Yeah, so it's gone.
So I think that's it. Right there, isn't it? Brixby is gonna, before we approach it, he's gonna use one of his level 1 spells to cast Technomancy on himself. I'd like to examine the possible Julius.
All right.
Gang, get up on this Julius. It's kind of how Brixby talks.
So let's see some engineering on this Julius.
Right. 1d20. Because I cast Technomancy on myself, I get an additional plus 10. So, alrighty. I don't know if people want to maybe aid me on this one, because this is going to be...
Sure.
That is a 44 with a 10.
I auto-aid.
46.
Is it, what did you say, engineering?
Yes.
Ooh, that's an 18 on the die, so that's 28.
Excellent. So that's 2, so that is 48 in total.
Oh, what the
Also, Alwyn would have remembered to hit you with a lesser rest and healed 4 of that con damage before the healing, because he's smarter than I am.
Thank you so much.
With a total of 48 on this combined technomancy assisted knowledge engineering check, I mean, I think it takes a little while to believe it, but you're looking at like almost a legendary technological artifact here. This is a compact AI core. A compact AI core is a flat sheet of semi-translucent pale blue material 10 inches wide and 20 inches long, contained within a frame of adamantine and horicalcum. One of the narrow ends of the device features a small touch-sensitive panel and several sockets to connect to external devices as needed, although the compact AI core can communicate with most electronic devices wirelessly at a range of about 60 feet. The primary purpose of a compact AI core is to house a staggering amount of data, all that is needed to store an artificial intelligence without compromising or degrading its core programming. Most processors capable of storing this amount of data are significant in size, but a compact AI core is small enough to carry in one hand. An AI stored within a compact AI core loses all implicit connections to its source AI. It can exist as a copy, but once the copy is complete, the new AI within the compact AI core becomes a duplicate but separate entity that may develop different needs, desires, and personalities from its source. As a result, many AIs resist the idea of duplicating themselves in such a manner so as to avoid possible conflicts or competition.
I think this is it. This. And he holds it up and shows how thin it is. And I mean, since everybody was aiding, folks are somewhat aware of what it is as well, but especially for the benefit of Kira, who doesn't have knowledge engineering, this contains an entire personality and its knowledge and intelligence of artificial make. The fact that it's this size is remarkable. Bixby immediately drops it, cracks the screen, just like when you get a phone on the first day.
So, does that mean it's like that one that I heard about in Scrapwall, the one you killed?
It yes, minus the giant scorpion bot, and hopefully the desire to murder. I am aware that this personality inside of this is technically a separate entity that branched off or forked from where the personality first split itself. And anyway, we should wake it up, see if it is murderous.
Yes, let's try to wake up this genuine personality technology, or GPT.
Ow.
And chat with it.
I take 12d8 mental damage.
Oh no.
So it will take a full round action just to like fully dislodge this thing from all the weird chunks of biological machine that are like wired into it. Like clearly the Dominion put in some real work to kind of kit bash their equipment into this thing. But it doesn't take a roll. It just takes, careful.
Yeah, they seem to be interfacing it with a squid from the map.
I mean, plugging things into squids is kind of their whole deal.
We do that.
True.
But I think as you free this thing, as you break away the last of the tentacles and crunchy, stony bits off of the compact AI core, the woman's face on it, which had been, like, contorted into a mask of pain as if, like, this was actively hurting her, goes placid for, like, a second, and she seems to actually be looking out at you as if she can see through the screen, and then it winks out, and I'm going to bed.
It winked at me.
Man.
Good night, Sam. Good night, AI face.
Good night, Sam. Good night, AI face.
Good night, Sam. And AI face.
Good night, tentacles and crunchy bits of bone, my favorite GooTube flavor. And Sam and AI face, my second favorite GooTube flavor.
Against the machine. Against the machine.
Pot Against the Machine is property of Network Against the Machine LLC, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are property of Paizo Publishing. See their website for more details. Theme Against the Machine was written and performed by our own Zach. See the show notes for additional music and sound licensing. If you enjoyed the show, we encourage you to leave us a review.
Night, man.
I'm just a bone machine. And I won't work for nobody but you. Hey, Greg.
Hey, Sam gets that joke now.
I do. I just...
Farewell to Skype forms.
Good night, Skype.
F in the chat for Skype forms.
Ernest Hemingway forms.
I didn't get that one. Ernest Hemingway famously said F in the chat.
He did, which is weird.
I think that was in the snows of Kilimanjaro.
The old man in the Skype.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to full attack. That's what I'm going to do.
That was a rhetorical question. That's a bad answer.
Well, I'm giving you a literal answer to a rhetorical question.